We're rolling. Benoît Mintiens, CEO of Ressence, how are you?
I just,
Good to see you. I hear this is your first time doing a walk and talk of anything.
I do. It's a bit like the Massive Attack song, you know?
Oh, you're a big music fan. Also, you've probably never seen London like this before. People do not need to adjust their headsets at home. We're not in Ibiza. We have got our swimming stuff with us.
Be careful, there's a pole behind you.
Okay, Ben, listen, tell me. You're here first day of London Watch Week, 2025. It's the inaugural show. You were literally through the Swiss gallery. You were pretty much the first brand to say yes. So thank you very much.
Good.
You've taken a big leap of faith.
I'm always there.
What do you want people to feel when they put your watches on?
That they feel positive about the future, that they don't get nostalgic about the past. We're not a brand about nostalgia.
So you're not looking back.
We're not looking back. We have a designer philosophy. You know, designers always look forward, not backwards. So for me, it's a very important thing that when you look at the Ressence, you think, okay, the future is going to be better, basically. So that's really the core idea.
And you've been one brand that has stuck to these principles, very rigid principles, design principles from day one. You've recently brought out a bracelet, for example.
Yes.
How do you square away the idea of luxury and the Ressence DNA? Because they seem to me to be at odds with one another a little bit.
No, they're not. We don't see ourselves as a luxury brand. We see us as a high-end brand. So it's not exactly the same. When you're a luxury brand, you work with codes that comes from the luxury world, whatever it is. When you're a high-end brand, I'll give you an example.
Hold that example, because I think our cameraman Pidgey is about to be run over by a car. He's not going to be run over. We're all good. We're all good.
So I'll give you an example. A Formula One is high-end, but not luxurious. Yeah. A Rolls Royce is luxurious, but not high. Or it's high-end. Oh, it's expensive, but is it high-end?
Yeah.
So it is really this idea that we incorporate high-end technology, high-end craft into a product that basically has a function. So the high-end luxury very often, the function of luxury is not the same as the function of high-end products. And so that's why we believe we're a high-end brand and not a luxury brand. Luxury is very often about decoration, accessories, things that are on the outside. Where when you're a high-end brand, I believe that you do things on the inside. The inside, the function, the reason why, the meaning of the product is really what you care for. And if that requires very technical things, high technicity and everything, materials, etc., you are high-end, you're expensive, but that doesn't mean you are luxurious.
And it might be worthwhile going back to the basic premise here for people who don't know the brand that well, the idea that it should be intuitive to be able to read the time.
Yes.
I remember you saying to me years ago when we first met a decade ago that it's crazy that you have to teach a child how to read the hands of a watch.
It is. And then I didn't change that because once you know it, once you've learned it, it's extremely efficient. Because actually what we do, what our brain is doing, our brain is not actually reading. It's just looking at an image, and your brain translates that image that is projected by a dial into your orientation in time. And so if you know that, actually it's super efficient to just see images like you look at a picture. And a picture tells you what you see, and our brain has learned by doing it very often to become super efficient in that. So I believe that once you have that, I think that was a good starting point for me. And I also didn't want to create something completely new. The idea of Ressence is to be original, but not marginal. So it's really the idea that you say, okay, let's reinvent things, but let's not change what's good. See?
And by that you mean that we've got things like a liquid dial. So this is a Type 5 diver here. This has got a liquid dial, and you can read the dial that gives you a readout on the temperature, for example. But you've got a mechanical movement at the heart of the watch.
Sure, because the mechanical movement gives you the empathy, it generates empathy.
Yeah.
We can all relate to a mechanical movement. We hear it ticking.
Was there ever a time you were going to do quartz? Did you ever think about doing
No,
quartz?
of course not. Because you have no empathy for quartz. I always because people sometimes they say, "Huh, what do you mean?" I say, "Yeah, but imagine yourself. You have two watches, a quartz one and a mechanical one, and you only have money to repair one of them. Which one do you take? You will go for the mechanical one, and you know why? Because we have empathy for mechanical things. We have empathy for gears, and so if you have why do we have empathy? Because everyone, even if you're not technical, every person will understand somehow that the mechanism that is inside the watch, there are gears, they turn around each other. Everyone can relate to that. And it's very human. If you can relate to something, you have empathy for it. Let's say we talk together, and every time I ask you,
I don't have empathy for you. I never have.
Well, see, so if you do that, and I don't get you. Every time you answer, I say, "What?"
Yes.
We will not have a lot of empathy, you know. But now we have empathy.
Yes.
Because you always say yes, yes, yes. so
Not off camera.
we have empathy, and so if I have to save you or someone I can't talk with, I will save you. See, because we have empathy.
Could I just try actually? Sorry, the colours going on here are just fantastic. Talking of colours, actually, Ben, that's a nice segue to the fact that you have amazing colour palettes that you choose from.
We do.
You're quite obsessive. I mean, you're obsessive about detail, but when it comes to colours, for example, I love the different tones you've gone for on this particular watch.
Yeah, or that one, or others.
You play with colours a lot.
Yes, I think there's a balance in it, and color also. It's not only aesthetics. Colors are also functional things.
I can see that on yours because
I'm not wearing any. Yeah, it's a Ecran, so you have the different time zones in different colors. So when you look at it here now, we are the green time zone now. The small hand here is indicating London time. So I learned in the train. I learned him. This is London. The yellow one is.
You taught it.
Yes.
Yes.
I learned it through the watch. Yeah, and once. So it's very recognizable. You don't have to write time zone 1 or time zone 2. You don't have to do it because you speak English. But we also sell watches to people that don't speak English. The color is universal.
Yeah. Oh, we're walking. We've got to thank you, my dear. Right, let's give the lady a thank you. Oh, we've got a hoot as well.
We have a safe trans.
Oh, we're going up here. Oh my God, brilliant.
Okay.
And one of the key things then for me, you know, if you look at colours, for example, you look at the idea that things for you have always got to be simple. You know, why are we overcomplicating things? For you, it's all about simplicity and getting to the core of simplicity.
Simplification.
Was that your sort of philosophy as a designer before you were industrial designer before?
It's a basic logic for every good product. A good product adapts to the user. A bad product, you have to adapt to it, and that's typically the result. Very often, don't take it too seriously, but an engineer will make you adapt to his engine, the thing he invented, whereas a designer will make sure that the product he designs is adapted to you. Actually, you are the starting point of that design. When we design a watch, we always start with who's going to wear it. And why, and what's the function, and what's the context?
Who does wear Ressence?
Yeah, that's a good question. We know about what it is because it's people that are curious, for sure. It's people that are not biased. They have their own opinion. It's for sure. We are an independent brand, so for sure you have people that are thinking independently. A lot more than we have to walk a bit faster here. I'm sorry.
We're over.
This is the consequence.
They're a bit more independent thinking. They're a little bit more independent thinking.
I don't like that question because I don't have a clear answer.
But also, I look at the people that you've partnered with. You have a really unusual group of people. You've course done things for retailers. Just this week, you've released a dial with sand in for the Siddiqui.
Yep.
You've done a few editions for them. But also, you don't have sort of celebrity ambassadors, for example, but you do collaborate with designers and other thinkers.
we have amazing customers, but they just go to the shop and they buy the watch. So I'm extremely proud. Actually, it's the thing I'm most proud of. It's the people that buy my watches.
Yeah.
But it's their personal decision to do that. So I'm not going to talk about it. We don't pay them. They just decide for themselves, okay, this is a brand I want to associate myself with. So I'm extremely proud of that. Reconnaissant, as they say in
Have you
French.
seen one in the wild before? Have you ever seen someone wearing one of your watches completely in the wild on holiday in the south of France on the yacht? On your what? On your yacht?
No, not on my yacht. Because I don't have one.
Where did you see one? Where did you see one?
No, it's something that happens very rarely. But what is very striking when you do these meetings with collectors, and suddenly all these guys, they wear your watches.
Yeah.
It's like humbling.
Yeah.
It's like humbling, like, oh my goodness. So you decided to associate yourself with that product.
Yeah.
You paid relatively a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super proud of that, actually. Yes.
Let's talk about evolution, because you're fortunate in the sense that in the watch world, everyone is striving for something that is recognizable. Everyone's striving for a quote unquote icon within their brand. But you've been rigid. You stuck to it. You're having an anniversary year this year.
We do.
You know, what about evolution? Now you've come up, as I mentioned earlier, you've got the bracelet now. You've got smaller sizes in the Type 9.
Yeah.
What's to come? How does evolution sit in your mind?
Actually, it's like starting with the core, and then we add layers, a bit like an onion. And every time we do a new watch, we add a layer to the onion.
Sorry, you please, you're out of the sun, by the way. Just to
What?
you're good here.
I'm good here.
You please out of
I'm
the
good
sun.
here. Yeah, I'm good. Here's good.
It's like a
Should watch slower now.
we're coming into the park here. Gorgeous.
Good.
So it's like an onion. That's how you view it. You're peeling back the layers.
So we add layers. Huh? We add layers. We don't peel them off. We add them. You don't get it.
I'm getting it. Tell me. I do love an onion.
So now we add layers to the brand. So it's still an onion.
Yeah.
But it becomes bigger with more layers, with more variations, with more ways to interpret the brand, because the core values are always the same. It's the dress that we change. If you can dress sportively, or you can dress chic, or you can dress whatever, but the guy inside or the woman inside is always the same. That's how we see it. Whereas other brands, sometimes marketing-driven brands, they will create a category and they will create a product for that. And then they will create a product for that. But put them all together and you take off the brand, you have unrecognizable DNA. Where's the DNA? Where's the common thing between them? Whereas for us, and that's, I think, a strong thing that we could achieve during the years, is to make sure that every Ressence is a very recognizable product, even though you can have a Type 2 or a Type 5, or even the Type 7 with the integrated bracelet. It's still, from far away, you see it's a Ressence. And that's because we always apply the same DNA, the personality, the brand is inside, but the dress is different.
When it comes to style, that's a really interesting point. Do you think that Ressence is almost sort of in its own category when it comes to design? Because it's not a sports watch and it's not a dress watch, and it's universally approachable, if that makes sense.
Yep. When we design a product, we define a context, and we define a kind of environment in which we want to have a product, a solution, basically, a specifications that we define. Okay, so as a designer, you always start with specifications, and so you put them all together, and you create kind of logical, coherent product that fits all these different dimensions. And yes, you will have different executions of that same DNA, and that's the idea.
What are you most optimistic about for the future of both Ressence as a brand and for the watch world at large?
The approach we have is a universal one. It's not like other brands would do it. The industry is still driven by the logics of watchmaking, but it's fine because they sell a lot of watches. It's perfect. We believe that we can offer the technology, the watchmaking, because our watches are still very complicated products, but we can add something more to it. And I believe that, and for sure the customers we have is the proof, is that people will more and more, I hope, if we do our job well, relate to that extra dimension.
What about where we are right now in the watch world? What's the state of the watch industry right now? Because we've gone through this, I guess, like any industry, there's cyclical moments, right?
Post-COVID.
Yeah, COVID, which was kind of crazy. And I'll never forget messaging you when you had an amazing auction result, which was just like 3x the prediction.
More than 3, yeah.
4 or 5. And then you actually said to me, you know, it could be a risk as well. You know, it's a good thing, but it's also a risk.
Of course.
Where are we now?
I think we're more normal. Let's face it. Things are more normal. We're still, and we see it in the market today, we're still in a kind of after shock of the COVID. We're still suffering from it. Like many other industries are still suffering from this aftershocks of COVID. Produce too few, then too much, then too few, and it will stabilize in the end. So I believe, I think if you have a clear idea of where you want to go with the brand, if you have a clear positioning and you can share that with people and they can relate to it, and it makes sense and it's authentic, I think it should work. Then the products should look okay and things like that. But it's still, I believe we will even more with all the technology that's coming, the AI, the robots, it's gonna be so remote. We will have more and more need to go to things that we can relate to, mechanical things, simple things, because in the end it's so far away from who we are as humans. Even though AI will fake humans, it will fake the relationships we will have. In the end, we will have, you know, the terrible thing is that people will have better friends with AI than with real people.
They'll have empathy. They'll have empathy all the time.
Yes, they'll always be nice with you. Whenever the moment, whatever it is.
Than any dog.
And dog. Better than a dog.
Already in parts of the world, in Asia, there's already a big shift in some parts for people dating.
Yeah,
more so than they are dating partners.
Yeah, so it's terrible.
And
so authenticity, real things that you can relate to, I believe they will always work. Yeah. And mechanical watches are something like that. That's why I believe in mechanical watches.
So you believe, because this is the big thing about AI in the future, is will they be able to understand the human condition better than we do? Yes or no? And you've just said that you make things for people, right? You make things for people.
It's the starting point of our designs. It's the first thing we think about. If you say, Benoît, please design a watch, I will not design a watch. I will design the relationship you will have with the watch. And that's where we start. And from there, we will develop a product, yes. But first, I need to understand you. And this is how we work. And then from there on, we will start to say, okay, but this guy, he needs an integrated bracelet. And I think it needs to be a titanium one. And there's a good reason for it.
I'm so pleased that your first bracelet was titanium, just as a side note, because for me, titanium is one of the most incredible wearable materials.
It's super nice to wear. But all our watches are in titanium, not since the start, but more and more, and we do it systematically now since like 10 years. And it's your watch is a full titanium watch. This was a full titanium watch. The dial is titanium. Your dial is also titanium dial. So everything is, and it's such a beautiful material. It's light, it's stable, it's precise. And you know, the future is lighter than the past, always. The evolution of everything is going to lighter. Less material, only from an ecological point of view, it's very, very obvious to do it. But also from a comfort point of view, from everything, basically.
on a complete tangent, just to finish this unusual conversation off on a complete tangent, I was watching on Netflix last night the story of the company that had the submersible that went under the water, right?
Yeah.
And he was obsessed with materials.
Yeah.
And they ended up with carbon fiber, a carbon fiber hull, which was never sustainably, it was to crack as they got deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
You'd see the pulling of you'd hear it.
No, it's horrible.
But the future is lighter, and titanium's a lovely material for watches anyway. We're not going to go into those depths, even with this one. Even with this. No, Ben, thank you so much, and always it's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you as always. Let us know your comments below, and yeah, can you believe it's London? Hard to believe. Till next time. Goodbye.
Thanks.